I think it's incredibly important that the public understands that. Of the 19 recommendations, how many have you completed already?
To the chair, we completed most of them that we could, minus the information coming from the new RMS system, because that hasn't come through yet. There's several policies that are in the pipeline, and again, when we look at policies, we send everything to the Chief Diversity Officer, who then coordinates with the Human Rights Commission. They look at the policies, comes back to us, we go through another review, goes to the Policy Review Committee. So that takes time, but there's several policies in the pipeline that are ready to be kicked out.
I think that that's very important. I'm going to allow my colleagues. Well, you can ask a question first. Okay, you want to wait? Yeah. Okay. All right, we have a citizen here. Please state your name and city or town of residence.
Thank you, Councilor Bergman. Yes, hello. Thank you, Councilor Bergman, for letting me go first. I'm sorry, but before I go further, can we actually get an answer to the chair's question?
Excuse me?
Can we actually get an answer? How many have you completed out of those, what was it, 19?
Oh, I can go through the list.
I mean, do you have a number? Do you know if there's like 3 out of 19 or 7 out of 19 that have been completed?
I'm pretty confident the number's higher than that.
Well, I wish he had said it before so I didn't have to ask for it a second time. I just feel like transparency is extremely important, especially when we have the data in front of us.
Through the chair. As far as DOJ recommendation number 1, improve use of force policies and training, we have updated policies, and they are not complete yet. Mass Criminal Justice is actually updating their own use of force policy that will be used statewide. Use of force reporting systems, yes. Use of force review mechanisms, yes. Improved data collection, assessment of force, again, partially completed. We're still waiting for our hexagon system. Number 5, improve response to behavioral health calls for service. Yes, we added 40 hours to the officers' training. We have also included more time for a coordinated response with the clinician. Develop policies and training related to enforcing laws related to buying sex. Yes. Improve supervision practices? Yes. Develop and implement policies and procedures to report and investigate reports of officer sexual misconduct? Yes. We have training. We actually brought in an outside trainer who deals with duty to inform, and that encapsulates that. Number 8, require background checks. If you were here earlier, I spoke about our 6-month background check in order to even get on the job. Recommendation 10, eliminate barriers to reporting. All of our reporting tools are now, you're able to actually do an anonymous report. So I would say that's complete. Trauma-informed sexual assault investigations, we already do it. Improve documentation of police activity, yes. We have supervisors writing additional reports on any use of force. Analyze data from enforcement activity, again, we have to wait for the new system to come in. Meaningfully address disparities, we are doing that. We look at our, again, if we look at our diversification of the workforce, you can see right there the best way to eliminate any type of disparity is to have a more diverse department. That's 14. 15, eliminate barriers to the complaint process. Again, we can, you can make a complaint through email, mail, fax, in person, and you can also do it anonymously. So 15, yes. 16, improve civilian complaint investigations. Yes, we are upgrading the BOPS policy, policy 500, to include when a use of force is initiated at the, if you go into the service division and make a report. Require officers to report misconduct. Again, that's part of our training, duty to inform. 18, require review of body-worn camera footage. That was being done, and it's been enhanced. And 19, closely managed specialized units. That has been done. It's being done even more. And again, when we select somebody to go to a specialized unit, I make the last decision on if that person's going. I hope that answered your question.
I mean, not specifically. I counted 8 yeses without additional qualifications, so I'm going to say 8 of 19, and please correct me if you feel differently. It sounds like some of the things you're still working on.
We're not going to have it back and forth.
Okay, sure, then please don't correct me if you feel differently. I'm counting 8 of 19. I guess, first and foremost, we should address the elephant in the room, which is the expectation of having more data when it was the police's responsibility to keep that data, and you did not keep that. You did not, by practice or design or intention, keep that data in the first place is problematic. So like you guys saying, we wish, I guess what I'm really trying to say is this conversation constantly comes down to largely white men and their supporters asking for more proof, when we have to think about the proof was their responsibility to keep in the first place over the past few decades. And also, separately, we could instead simply believe people. And then I just wanted, I've got 2 final things and I'll save the mic.
I'd like to answer your question.
Sure. How do you believe people?
That's not the question I'm answering.
Okay.
Through the chair, when you talk about our data, we do collect that data. We gave the company who did the racial audit thousands upon thousands of pages of information. DOJ also had access to that information. But when you're talking about disparities in race and stops and all that, again, it's a manual process. It's not that we don't collect data, it's the way you're going to extract that data to have a usable format.
Thank you for that response.
Excuse me.
To clarify.
Excuse me, I haven't recognized you yet. Again, thank you.
Thank you for recognition, Chair.
Thank you.
Through the Chair, thank you to the Chief of Police. Thank you for that response. However, to clarify, when I'm talking about collecting data, I'm talking about the things that people tell police officers that they do not write down because it is either not part of that report, or it's not beneficial, or it's actually more harmful to one of their peers. I also would like to point out the lack of action taken to address the existing workforce. I understand and appreciate that you are doing a significant amount with new people, but considering how many people quit rather than get certified, considering how many lawsuits the city has been, how many people who are
Chief,
still employed by the city,
Chief.
I would like to request through the chair that you consider doing something to take action against the people that complaints have been made against by believing victims. And I guess that's the last thing I really have to say, and I'll let other speakers go.
Thank you.